Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you own a condo in Belltown, you have probably been hearing a ton of conflicting noise lately about the real estate market. Today, we're just going to cut right through all that static. We're zeroing in on a data-backed strategy specifically built for you, the Belltown seller. It's all about how to position, price, and sell your property right now. Honestly, no hype here, just straight data. Let's get into it.
So, let's just go ahead and tackle the elephant in the room right off the bat, shall we? It's the question literally every single seller is quietly sweating over. Is the Belltown condo market dead? And hey, it is a completely valid fear when you look at all the headlines screaming about shifting interest rates and piling up inventory. But we are kicking off our myth-busting journey right here, right now, to tell you absolutely not. No way. It is not dead. But the rules of the game have fundamentally changed. And if you're out there playing by yesterday's rules, well, you're going to get left behind. Okay, let's dive into this strategic briefing. Here's our roadmap. 1. Belltown is still moving. 2. The current market reality. 3. The hidden cost of waiting. 4. Inside the buyer's mind. 5. The precision seller playbook. And 6. Your strategic next steps. Section 1. Belltown is still moving.
So, is the market actually moving? Yes, absolutely. Now, while the live data obviously fluctuates from day to day, the sheer volume of total listings in the dataset, both active and sold, undeniably proves that Belltown is breathing. Inventory is circulating, and buyers are definitely out there watching. But the major caveat here, the market has shifted from being an absolute frenzy to being highly selective.
But here's where the story gets really interesting. When we look at the median days on market for sold listings, a super sharp contrast emerges between the homes that move quickly and the homes that just sit there. It proves one undeniable truth: timing is everything. The listings that are successfully closing are doing so because they hit the market with the exact right timing and the perfect presentation. Which brings us to this absolutely crucial core philosophy. The market is selective, not automatic. Look, gone are the days of the pandemic-era housing boom, right? When you could just stick a sign in the yard, kind of under-prepare a property, and just watch multiple offers roll in on autopilot. Properties are indeed selling, for sure, but success now requires a really intentional, sophisticated approach. Basically, you have to earn the buyer's attention, and more importantly, you got to earn their offer.
Section 2. The current market reality.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how clear the divide is. Because condos aren't single-family homes, right? They require a totally tailored strategy. They've got HOAs, shared amenities, and specific financial health indicators that buyers are scrutinizing like crazy. Notice the clear line between success and failure right now. On one side, we have the precision seller who executes a correct launch with precision pricing inside the buyer bands. On the other side, the wish pricing seller who overprices the upper tier, drifts past 90 days, and is ultimately forced into painful reactive price reductions. It's night and day.
So the crucial point is this: most properties in Belltown are no longer selling over asking. Just let that sink in for a second. A careful look at the sale-to-list ratios shows us that the market has really normalized. Now, this doesn't mean sellers are losing. It simply means exact pricing is the new cheat code. You literally have to price for the reality of today's buyer pool. That's especially true in those more sensitive upper-tier price bands over $1.2 million, where buyers are demanding massive value justification. Section 3. The hidden cost of waiting. And this brilliantly illustrates how days on market isn't just some passive metric. It's an active antagonist in your sale. Just look at the psychology of time here. In the early launch phase, your leverage is preserved. Buyers are confident. They're feeling strong. But if you drift past that 90-day mark, leverage is completely lost. Buyers stop asking, wow, what makes this place so great? And they start asking, wait, what's wrong with it? They assume weakness. And honestly, that just invites lowball offers.
We are literally seeing this play out live in the active inventory. High median active days on market, an increasing share of actives with price reductions, reactive drops after interest cools. These are glaring warning signs. Sellers are struggling out there before a sale even happens. Trust me, you do not want your listing to become a cautionary tale in this dataset.
Section 4. Inside the buyer's why.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because to win in real estate today, you really need radical empathy for the buyer. These are their primary friction points right now. They're incredibly payment sensitive because of interest rates. They're terrified of underfunded HOAs or surprise assessments. And they're practically paralyzed by the fear of overpaying. Plus, they crave total transparency. If you proactively remove this friction up front and give them a clean, transparent listing, you basically bypass their hesitation entirely.
Section 5. The Precision Seller Playbook.
Okay, here is the ultimate actionable blueprint. It's a strict chronological launch strategy. Step 1. Price strictly inside the buyer decision band. No wish pricing allowed. Step 2. Prepare your HOA and building documents pre-launch. Hand the buyer the transparency they crave before they even have to ask. Step 3. Market the lifestyle, the views, the parking, but also clarity and building confidence. Step 4. Launch broadly. Don't do it quietly. And step 5. This is absolutely critical. Review your performance at exactly 14 days. If the market is rejecting your price, you must reposition decisively before your listing becomes stale.
Section 6. Your strategic next steps.
Now, applying all this macro data to your unique four walls, well, that is where expert guidance comes in. Real estate advisors like Vlad Algin utilize this exact data-backed methodology. They help Belltown sellers figure out their precise spot in the buyer decision band and build a rock-solid launch strategy. It's all about guiding you safely through the market and preserving your leverage before time becomes a massive liability.
So let's reiterate the core thesis of this entire explainer. Belltown is still selling, but today's market rewards sellers who are prepared, precise, and properly positioned from day one. Selling a condo in this climate, it is not about luck. It's definitely not about waiting around and hoping for the best. It's about deploying a deliberate, rigorous, and completely precise strategy.
I'm going to leave you with this final, kind of provocative thought. If you are considering selling in the next 3 to 24 months, the absolute best time to understand your position is right now, way before the market teaches you a very public, very expensive lesson. So ask yourself, before you list, do you actually know your number? And I don't mean your wish number, I mean your precise data-backed market number. If not, it might be time for a personalized launch strategy consultation. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.